Secretary, Labor and Employment, distinguished dignitaries, and speakers from United Nations India and international labor organizations, colleagues, young students participating in webinar today. I am pleased to extend a warm welcome to all of you today to today's webinar on employment opportunities for youth in international organizations. This event is being organized by Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India, in collaboration with University Grant Commission, United Nations India, and the International Labour Organization. More than 1,200 students from over 40 colleges of Delhi NCR, from law, business, management, and other relevant disciplines are participating in this webinar, which is the first such event being organized by us, and many more will follow. The objective of this webinar is to increase awareness among the young Indians about the various employment and training opportunities available in international and multilateral organizations, particularly within the UN system. We are with us today senior officers from various UN agencies, including ILO, who will share their insights on the career options which are available in United Nations and the skills and qualifications required to avail these opportunities. We will also listen from the young Indians about their experiences and journeys of working with United Nations. We will delve into diverse avenues available, such as internship, volunteering programs, application processes, online skilling and certifications, and much more. To the students joining this event today, I would like to say that this exposure would empower you to aim higher and broaden your horizon when it comes to the career options. I am happy to share that we have received more than 200 questions from the students, which signals the excitement among them towards these global opportunities. We have tried to address all issues raised by the students in our session today. We would also ask our experts to respond to few selected questions towards the end of the webinar. Now, to start our inaugural session, I invite Mr. Sombi Sharp, the UN Resident Coordinator in India, a visionary leader. Mr. Sarth has been instrumental in driving collaborative efforts for sustainable development across the globe. Over to you, Mr. Sarth.
Thank you so much. Honorable Union Minister, Dr. Mandavia, Honorable Minister of State, Srimati Karnalaji, respected Secretary Dava, colleagues from the Ministry of Labor and Employment, colleagues from the International Labour Organization and other UN agencies who are here, and most of all, to all of the young people, the students online, gathered from an incredible 42 universities and colleges, 1,200 registered as mentioned. It's a great honor and privilege to greet you today. Aap sabhi ko UN family ki taraf se mera namaskar to all. Mujhe Shram Shakti Bhavan mein aake bahut khushi hu. On behalf of the UN system in India and as representative of the UN Secretary General. Dear young friends and colleagues, as we know, the world is facing all kinds of challenges everywhere we look. The news, you open up your device and you read about conflicts, about climate change, geopolitical tensions, divisions in societies. 83% of the Sustainable Development Goals are off track at the moment. But we also, in the midst of these challenges, see amazing opportunities, and we do believe more opportunities than challenges. These opportunities are reshaping economies, transforming industries, opening up new possibilities for innovation and for work. And at the center, the most powerful force driving these opportunities is exactly young people, the young generation. And I think I can probably will not have many that disagree. My experience has been that when I'm in a room full of older generation, mainly you're hearing about the problems. But when you're in a room full of young people, you're hearing about ideas, you're hearing about solutions and optimism. India has the world's greatest youth generation in history. Now, more young minds to tap for solutions than any country has ever had before, many of whom are online with us here today. And that is what gives us optimism, this unprecedented demographic dividend potential. So as the world transforms and evolves, the global workforce in particular, Indian youth are in a unique position to drive change, not just here in India, but at a level that will help move the global SDG needle as well. And the UN system here in India, we are very proud to be humble partners in this process with the government of India, with Indian communities and schools and businesses. It's our honor to help support in offering a range of programs to help the young people of India, to help tap this demographic dividend through skills building, gaining experience, connections to succeed here in India and as a result on the global stage. So whether it's through the internships or volunteering or even engaging with your local Model United Nations chapter at your school or university, there are so many ways to get engaged and to make a real difference. Of course, our goal, the primary goal, is working with government of India and businesses for that truly large-scale employment opportunities. But the UN itself also is a great career. I would not disagree with that. It is, of course, very competitive, no doubt about that, merit-based, although I'm sure not nearly as competitive as UPSC process to get into Indian civil service. But really, the ways to get into UN in terms of a career option are many. There's no sort of one single path. And I'm very pleased to see the diversity of different disciplines of students engaged here today, because really a background in economics, in social work, medical, legal, engineering, history, culture, arts, all of those backgrounds have different paths into the United Nations systems because of the diversity of the work that we do. Here in India alone, we have 26 different entities, UN entities in the UN country team with over 4,000 personnel across the country in every state and union territory of India. So if you're a recent graduate, we do typically require a degree, at least a first university degree, some work experience usually. So the way to get that work experience either is outside of the UN or through internships and these types of opportunities. But it's really focusing on the types of skills that we are looking at are quite similar to the types of skills that industries here in India are looking at. Of course, languages are important for us. As an Indian, as a young Indian, you will have already a natural advantage because you will most likely be speaking multiple languages. Experience in volunteering and providing to your community, giving back to your community is very important as well. Experience in any of the Sustainable Development Goals, all 17, is very valuable. So each year, thousands of individuals from around the world, young people, are serving, for example, through the UN Volunteer Program. And it's a really great opportunity to help make real change in people's lives. And again, work across the panoply of development space, peace and security, climate action, human rights, you name it, the opportunities are there. But you do need those skills that you need everywhere. You need digital literacy. You need to be able to work with data, to have analytical skills, to be adaptable, to be able to work across different cultures as well. This is the pace of change in today's environment. This is going to be important for you no matter what. In fact, I understand that in the next 10 years, many of the jobs that you students online will be filling in just the next 5 to 10 years don't even exist today. It's amazing. I think when I was young growing up, there was no such thing as a drone operator. There was no such thing as a content creator. All of these things, and now the pace of that change is even picking up more and more fast. So we appreciate so much